Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, good to be back with you here today. We've had a little bit of a change of plans here. Initially, I was going to do this. The plan at first was to start off unemployed and then find a team. I actually went through the process quite some ways and found not only that it was a little bit time consuming and tedious, but also discovered that there was an issue with Proton Experimental. I've actually downgraded down to Proton version 8 because Proton Experimental, for whatever reason, doesn't allow me to type text into Football Manager, which was absolutely a problem. And so we are here now at the point that I left you off with yesterday. We have gone back and decided to redo this. And here we are now with me choosing a person and doing all of this stuff. So we're going to edit profile here. The reason why is because we want to get rid of other languages spoken, which works now. Earlier, when I was trying to delete that, nothing would happen. We are going to be me with nationality American, date of birth the youngest possible in the game, no favorite team, and I don't want to learn about any key management concepts. We'll just keep this. This is what I set up the other day, although I will go through and get rid of that earring. I'm not entirely sure that I understand why. Okay, no, I want there to not be one. Okay. All right. I think that means that he has no earring. All right. Good. Whatever. I don't ask me why they put this in the game. This is stupid. All right. So instead of going through and trying to choose a team like have I don't know the game choose it for us or whatever we're supposed to do, we're just going to choose a team. We're going to go straight to American Samoa, and let's see. So I know that this team finished in first, so we're not going to choose them. We'll just choose somebody else. It doesn't really matter who we choose. We'll choose somebody, a team that's like middle of the pack. We'll probably go with Pago Youth. I'm sorry, no, they're chosen to finish second. We'll go with Pansa, chosen to finish seventh. That looks pretty good. Go over here to managerial style. Now, the one thing I do want to make sure I do, and I have it set up here already, is get the adaptability up as high as possible. That's something to keep in mind. If you're doing one of these Pentagon Challenge, Hexagon Challenge, or whatever type saves, it's helpful to have high adaptability because that will help your ability to get another job. And that's really all we're going to do. Don't care too much about anything else. We'll go ahead and click on confirm. It's going to take it a second here to move us over to the next stage, but this will still be a lot faster than trying to just like come up with it by ourselves. One of the reasons why the sort of find a job from the beginning of the game didn't work out so well is because in Oceania, a lot of these teams and leagues play at different times of the year. In fact, depending on how long we stay in American Samoa, we may run into that in which it may be very difficult to compete in the Champions League because I think it's played at a completely different time of year than the actual season plays. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how far it goes. And the idea behind this is to play for a while to get some experience and hopefully some success under our belts before we move on, and then to stay in Oceania until it's finally time to leave. But yeah, as I said before, nope, I can't click up on confirm again. As I have said before, this is going to be a real interesting save, and I think that some of the delays that we're seeing at this point are probably indicative of the sort of delays that we can expect as we move along in this save. So it's going to be real interesting to see what happens next. And there we go. Now we have something that shows up here, and I can start getting screenshots of the stuff that comes on up here. So we have been, as usual, eyebrows are raised as we're appointed to the post of this amateur team in American Samoa that likely nobody has heard of. We have a stadium with a capacity of 1,000, though I think that this is the same stadium that everybody uses. So that's not going to be extraordinarily helpful. The cool thing, though, is that there is actually a history of this club. Which is interesting. In other words, it's not just completely nothing, thanks to whoever in the community wrote up that history. And I think that we are going to look a little bit later on at the staff itself and at all of these other settings. And they want us to record a top half finish, which is a good thing. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than that. We'll see what happens, though. I do want to schedule a press conference. I don't want to do the inter-squad friendly. That is not helpful. And we'll start it off here. And what we're going to do is we'll click on Hexagon Challenge, and that's where our save is going to be. And yes, we do want to replace that. And we'll go into all of these other details, I think, further on as we move along in these introductory videos and as we figure out what to do. And there you go. Now our save has begun, and we've started off with something. So we'll see what happens.